The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by Nichols College. Learn, lead, succeed. The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by Bay State Savings Bank, the law offices of Joseph J. Carigula, Worcester State University, and Unibank.
Coming up on the high school preview edition of the Friday Night Football Frenzy. It's week 1 for college football. Anna Maria travels to Worcester to battle WPI. Becker looks to start their season with a win. The Hawks host MIT. The 2017 high school season is upon us. We'll preview the upcoming campaign and make our picks as to who to watch for this year. It's the Frenzy on Charter TV 3, and it starts right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, folks, we are back. We are back, and it's for real now because we got highlights tonight. Yeah. Kevin Shea, Andy Lacombe. It is the Frenzy. It is the program you've grown to know and to love. But, man, I'm excited tonight because we get to make our picks, which means the majority of coaches and teams are going to hate us because we're only picking one team per division. But we have highlights, local college football highlights. There was a lot of hitting going on tonight.
You're excited,
Oh,
Kev.
I'm pumped. I am jacked.
Oh, he's excited. Thank God it's only a half-hour show. He'd drop after this one.
The crash is coming.
High school football coming your way in just a little bit, but we start with the college game, and we start with a big one in the city tonight. A lot of different storylines between Anna Maria and WPI.
Yeah, you look at Anna Maria and Dan Mulrooney, their first-year head coach, who was an assistant coach with Chris Robertson at WPI. So this one, a lot of emotion for both coaches. Let's take you inside the Worcester Tech locker room and listen up to head coach Chris Robertson.
You've got another football team that just walked into your stadium and they want to take something from you. And that better piss you off. You only get 10 each year. Tonight is the first one. Everything is in front of you. Bring it up, guys. Roll Tech on 3. Let's go! 1, 2, 3. Roll Tech! Let's go.
I'll tell you, I'm fired up. Chris Robertson's got me going. 3 claps ready tonight. There's Dan Mulrooney on the other side. First quarter WPI, Sean McAllen. Had a great year last year as a freshman. Cutting it back, and look out. Look at the speed. McAllen to the land of 6. 34 yards on the touchdown run, 7-0 WPI. Engineers playing some defense. Nabil Tokatli swallowing up the running back, former Doherty star. Love it.
Played soccer.
I know. Who knew?
Footy.
Tech going back to work. McAllen. Look at McAllen's vision. Cutting on a dime. He's got speed. He's got strength. He's the whole package. 63 yards to the house. 14-0 Goats. Still in the first quarter. 4th down. Shovel pass to Lane Zembeck. And that's the first down. Tech. Blake Rice, the quarterback, scrambling to his right. Now going to reverse field. Back to his left. On his horse, directing traffic, getting a couple blocks. Sticking that ball out and crosses the goal line for the touchdown. 21-0 WPI. Second quarter, 28-0 now McAllen. Look out, Cookout. This is pure blazing speed. Wow. 68 yards. Land of 6, 35-0. Worcester Tech and the Goats of WPI win it. 48-0 your final.
246 yards rushing for McAllen. He'd be man of the match tonight. MIT and Becker, nice crowd on the hill for the Hawks. Home opener. Scoreless in the first quarter. Becker throwing, picked off the big defensive lineman, Steven Salvis. And he's got the turnover for MIT. And here come the Engineers. Ugdem Goyle connecting with Eric Bradford for the touchdown. 7-0 MIT. Also in the new MAC, they will be a rival for WPI. Third down Engineers, huge hit for Shane Padini, the local star. The Becker defense holding. Second quarter, 4th and 1 MIT. Huge stop again by the Hawks. Bowing up for Frank Forcucci's squad. Becker punt from their own end zone. MIT, Sean Kent fielding it. And Kent breaking some tackles and gets into the land of 6 for a touchdown. 14-0 Engineers. Becker then Nas Sinkfield Shelton connecting with Michael Caban. Caban gets the toes in for the catch, but it is all MIT. KJ celebrating back home tonight. 28-0 Engineers the final.
All right, the Nichols Bison opening their season, taking on Westfield State at home tonight. First quarter, the defense reigning. Tony Martinoli rolling out. Andrew Carpenter, #locals.
Whoa.
Gets the initial hit, and big Nick Vasari cleans it up. Nichols defense in on the act. Alex Schwabe with a great speed rush from the D end, and he gets the sack.
I once used that hashtag a lot. It has been overused.
Second quarter,
They stole it.
but not for long. On 3rd and 20, Phil Cohen, great ball to Evan Kane, 26 yards, score 6-0 out.
Took it from me.
Bison looking to answer. Martinoli over the middle to Jacob Dufresne, absorbs the big hit and gets the first down.
Brandon Potvin knows.
3rd and goal, Nichols. Martinoli on the QB keeper gets a nice block from Gardner. Sam Gallant, we're tied up at 6. Owls threatening again. Cohen looking end zone. Princewell Iwuhu with the pick. Nichols holding serve at home. Bison winners tonight. 19-13 your final.
Shout out to Pot. Holy Cross in UConn, this is last night. A little recap. What a great game. The Crusaders taking on the FBS opponent. First one in the last 15 years. Peter Puyal's first quarter. 4th and long at Jordan Montgomery. Little super screen for a first down. Drive results in an A.J. Wells 25-yard field goal. The Crusaders have a 3-0 lead. We move to the second quarter. 7-3 UConn. 4th down again. Puyal's hitting Montgomery. Gets his feet in. First down, Holy Cross. They're missing Obi over there in Connecticut. Puyal's then connecting with Blaze Bell. 19-yard touchdown. Crusaders are up 10-7.
Lincoln upset.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? After a Wells 20-yard field goal, put them up 13-7, the special teams coming in, making a big play. The fumble, Cody Wilkerson. He's the kicker, kickoff guy. He's the kicker. You're a kicker. Get the ball. He gets the fumble recovery. Puyal's goes to Bell. Oh, my Gilmore, I almost lost my voice. Gets down to the UConn 6.
You were there, Lacombe.
You have to understand, you got to get the football. Daquan Walker goes into the end zone, 6-yard touchdown, 20-7 at the half. Holy Cross, that's right. Second half, UConn roaring back. Ryan Sheriffs, who was a starter last year, comes back, hits Aaron McLean for a big first down. Sheriffs comes on in the middle of this game, sparks UConn. Sheriffs to Hergy Mayala for a touchdown, 21-20 Huskies. They get the win, 27-20.
Put out there tonight. There's no moral victories in football, but we did an awful lot of good things out there tonight.
We came in here expecting to win, just like any other game. I thought we had a great camp. The guys were ready to go. We were prepared for what they were going to do. They didn't really do anything that they didn't really do anything unexpected. I thought our guys handled it pretty well. We just, we got to score points in the second half.
Today we came out strong too. We came out fired up. Every play we were going all out, and that's why I'm proud. I'm proud of the defense, proud of the offense as well. Everybody played their balls off, and we've just been I'm proud of the performance.
Puyal's 358 yards passing. He only had one touchdown, no interceptions. Holy Cross actually outgained UConn.
Yeah, and all the statistics, more first downs, time of possession, they won that battle as well. Their offensive line played real well. Looking at that WPI Anna Maria game tonight, WPI very impressive. When you look at Anna Maria, this is a team that's going to be good in a couple years because they got guys with big frames, 6'3", 6'4", in that defensive front seven. They just need those 30, 40 pounds that you get when you become a sophomore, junior, and senior and get a few more years of eating at the training table and working out in the weight room.
You know what they did tonight?
But the future's bright.
They competed. When they made mistakes, they were over pursuing. Guys were getting past them. They were competing. That's what their coach wants. C-Rob with the beard, he's got some more sandpaper in his game now.
He's the evil guy maybe of the WWE now. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk in high school football. The preview's coming up next. All right, welcome back. Now we get to talk a little high school football, and we got some good divisions out there that are going to be very competitive top to bottom.
Yeah, a little bit different. The playoff is going to look a little bit different. Some teams are in different spots right now, but one team that looks pretty good early on this year is a team that went to Gillette a year ago. The Shrewsbury Colonials, John Aloisi's bunch, they want to get back there. They've got a new group, but a lot of good core returning for another chance for the Colonials to try to make it back to the big stage.
And everyone saw the success last year, and they realize it's not the easiest thing to do. So they see like the little things you have to do perfectly in order to have like great success. So that's what we're trying to do this year.
We had incredible leadership from our senior class last year that literally redefined our culture. Honestly, coming from a 3-5 season like my sophomore year, and then the seniors showing us the way to get to Gillette. It's all about leadership, culture, and like what you go by and morals, and just how you're on the field and what effort you give.
I think we got a lot of guys coming back. I know we lost a senior group, but I think we got a lot of guys who are really motivated, hungry, ready to go back and get back to Gillette and maybe get a win this time.
Playing at Gillette is like once-in-a-lifetime thing, showing those kids that we can do it. Like, we're just not a small town, not a small school, and we can beat anybody out there, and I think we all believe in it. We trust our coaches, and it'll all come together.
All right, Shrewsbury's a growing school. It's a growing town. They had over 100 guys in camp. They had to get helmets from Neshoba before they could order in new helmets. So there's a lot of people that want to be a part of this program and a lot of energy in this camp.
Yeah, and you're in good shape. When you got a 3-year starter at quarterback, coaches can rest a little bit easier. Across the town, just a little ways, is that team in red. St. John's Shrewsbury, such a great rivalry. Now, the St. John's team last year, not what we've seen with St. John's in terms of the numbers of their senior class. They only had like 5 or 6 seniors last year. This year, this is a senior-laden team. 27 seniors on the roster. This class has been touted since they were freshmen. What you have now is every practice you have guys competing for jobs, and it's seniors competing with seniors. It makes everyone on the whole team better.
Yeah, you know, it's a really good thing because in years past, like last year, we only had about like 5 or 6 seniors. So this year it's a little different just because we're the leaders and we have to get everyone up.
Feels great to be a senior out here leading the guys. It's just an awesome feeling to come out here and play with everyone for last year.
It definitely feels weird being a senior, like not looking up to anybody because you're the one that's everybody looking up to. But I'm pumped. I can't wait to lead these guys to something that I think will be great.
As a junior and a sophomore, you always you're not supposed to get this feeling, but it's like you always got next year. But this year it's really all or nothing. We're all working together so we can try and get what we want.
Well, you have two things. When you have a big senior class, you have the competition for jobs. You also have leadership, and that's one thing that St. John's has in abundance right now is leadership with that senior class. They're not relying on 2 or 3 captains to lead the group. They have 27 leaders in that locker room. That's big.
All right, well, I know what it feels like to always be a junior working with you. Someday, I'm going to make it to that senior class. All right, let's talk a little bit. Let's stay in the division. Let's talk about Algonquin. New coaches, but yet same coaches.
Right.
You know, Justin McKay has moved on. He's gone to St. Peter Marion. But the Allen brothers and Taylor Allen, the head man, take over there, and they're keeping that culture going. A little bit of change, but these kids, the guys in the program, have bought in to their new coaches.
I mean, obviously we lost our head coach, but, you know, that's changed. Great coaches coming in. We still got our own same defensive staff, and most of our offensive staff's coming back.
We were so close with Taylor last year, so it's definitely a lot the same as last year, but some differences.
It is very similar the way it's ran. We're still McKay, when he was here, he brought the whole buying into the program thing. Everyone's bought in and working hard, and sort of what we're going on.
Justin McKay was a great coach. He turned the program around completely, but you got these guys who have been in the program before and know the system and learned under McKay. It's just they had their own touch to it, but keeping the same values that gave us success the past couple of years. So it's just a whole new spin on it, and it's very exciting.
I'll tell you what, Algonquin went to the Central Mass Final last year, but the cupboard is not bare. They still got JP, Johnny Palomeros, a guy who can really fly, and a quarterback in Key who can get guys the football. So they're reloading, and don't sleep on the T-Hawks this season.
Yeah, when you talk about a team with a cupboard that is stock full of goodies, you look at that Grafton team. Chris McMahon opens up that cupboard, sees the entire line is back from last year's team that got to Gillette Stadium and played for a state championship. Indians have their sights on set on getting back to Gillette again this season.
Oh, it kept our motivation high throughout the whole offseason. Watching them hold up that trophy at Gillette Stadium, it's not something you really forget. We're just going to go game by game, you know, week 1, then week 2, and then so on and so forth. We look to win, and hopefully we can't really top last year, but we hope to do the same thing. Undefeated season, make it back to Gillette.
We know what it takes to get there. We know how it feels. It's the best feeling in the world to get to Gillette Field, and you just want to get back there, and you want to work really hard and match the potential that we have.
We worked our butts off all year, and we had the team we had. We thought we were really good, and we got punched in the mouth, and we just want to get back there and prove everyone wrong and try to get there again. Expectations the same as every year. We got to win, and we got to get to Gillette. State championship's the only thing we want.
All right, West Boylston, a team that was on the cusp a year ago, but like Grafton, they've lost a superstar, and know that these guys have to bond together, play as a team, and play within their coach's system.
This year, everybody has to work as a team because last year we had the great Cole McCubery,
and now everybody has to put in the work this year, and we have to work as a team.
It's definitely good to have that in the back of our heads, but I mean, that means nothing now. We got to work as hard as we did last year, if not harder. As Nick said, we lost Cole and a lot of other great seniors, so the young kids got to step it up this year. We can't put it all on one person. We all got to put in the work.
Goals just to be as strong as possible and to be the most dominant team out there.
We got to take it one game at a time, but now, I mean, this is our third year under Coach Ross. We're really starting to feel how things work. We've been now all playing together for some time. My class, the junior class, there's a lot, and there's a lot of great seniors as well, so hopefully we can build off that and do something great this year.
Because of time, we can't show all of the teams we went to certainly this fall, but we've been to a ton of different teams this fall. So go to our YouTube page, Worcester News Tonight on YouTube during sports, and you'll see all the teams that we previewed this fall. All right, when we come back, it's time for us to make our picks, time for us to make friends and make enemies too. Stay with us.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by the Sullivan Group, the Central Mass Safety Council, Nichols College, Verterra Nissan of Auburn, Interstate Battery, Worcester Railers Hockey Club, Holy Cross Athletics, Milford Federal, and Pucci's Fine Jewelry.
All right, welcome back. It's time for us to make our picks, so let's get right into it.
Let's do it. Let's start with Division III, the big boys in Central Massachusetts. Let's check out who's in the running for this group. It is Wachusett, Leominster, St. John's, Doherty, Shrewsbury, Algonquin, and Shepherd Hill. And I like the defending champion, Shrewsbury Colonials, at least defending from their side. John Aloisi, tremendous coach. He's compiled an all-star group of coaches. It's like a Farm Aid concert. You know, we are the world. All these all-star coaches from around the land. But Chris Campbell's a stud, flat out. And Drew Campanelli, the quarterback, he's now a junior. He feels like we've been covering him for 3 years. He started as a freshman late in the year, and he's gotten better and better and better. Second full year as a starter. I like Shrewsbury.
All right, I'm going right across town. I'm taking St. John's. And again, you talk about the coaching staff, and it's the same thing here. You're talking about a coaching staff that has all these college coaches on the staff. These guys coached in college. Well, you got Peter Oliver, who's a 4.0 student, who's a classic violin player. He's a Renaissance man. He's strong, he's fast. Steve Bacalia's been throwing to Zach Pedoni and Hunter Gorgas for 3 years. These guys are always on the same page. Eamon Dennis, another running back, maybe the fastest kid on their team and the quickest kid on their team. He's going to give people fits.
They are going to be tough.
Yeah, now Division IV, you and I both like Grafton. We're talking about starters returning here. We talked about the entire line coming back, but let's talk about guys with multi-year starting experience. Ethan Farrer, running back safety, 3-year starter. Casey Geyer, guard middle linebacker, 3-year starter. Anthony Grandinetti, offensive defensive line, 4-year starter. Nick Trigo, 2-year starter on the O-line and D-line. So it's not just guys that started for 1 year. You're talking about guys that have a wealth of game experience.
And, you know, a team that goes to Gillette last year doesn't finish the way they want it to, but they have 75-plus kids in camp this year, and huge numbers for Grafton. Geyer, you mentioned him, is a physical, multi-sport athlete. I really like the way Matt Holbrook plays defense, believe it or not. You know he's a quarterback. He had a great game in the secondary in that state championship game, and Farrah's all over the field. They lost a guy for sure, but they come back with a ton of talent. And other coaches around the land, they're talking about the physicality of Grafton.
Yeah. 8 starters back on both sides of the ball for Grafton. That's huge.
Here is D5, and you know what? You got some of the old favorites in there, and my old favorite, the Northbridge Rams, going away from the alma mater. This is my second alma mater, Northbridge. You know why? Because Zach Roberts, he's a junior running back, defensive back, just a stud. He's had a tremendous sophomore season. And Tim Haverty comes back on the defensive side. He was a junior last year, second leading tackler in Central Massachusetts. Dan Plant is back. He's on both sides. Bailey Dunn's a big physical presence on the offensive line. They've got sophomores battling for the quarterback position in this one. I mean, this is Ken LaChapelle. You don't go against them. I'm with Northbridge.
And I'm going to hear a lot about this because I'm going to go against them. I'm going up north to the hinterlands. I'm saying Quabbin is not a fluke, and they are going to win this year. They're going to win the division. And you look at no further than the 2 specialists, the quarterback and the wide receiver. Quarterback Ryan Malkowski back again this year. He put up video game numbers last year. Unbelievable. Travis Lanford, though, is the guy that really impresses me here. Wide receiver, outside linebacker. He's a physical, big receiver, runs great routes, catches everything thrown his way. but he is a leader. I watched him in practice during this preseason camp. He was teaching guys, he was picking guys up, he was also smashing guys in the mouth.
Yeah.
Stonehill loves him for a reason. Jake Robidoux is tough on both sides of the ball as well.
Love Lanford, good kid, solid. All right, D6, Kev.
All right, I like St. Peter Marion, and you look at the starters on St. Peter Marion. This is a group that is big. This is a group that has size, speed, athleticism. All starts with the quarterback, Danny Mom. He is the best. He has been told, one of their coaches told me, he's the best athlete on the field in all of our scrimmages so far this preseason, and that goes for offense and defense. Mom plays safety, and he plays that strong safety, almost monster back, just physical, comes up, pounds people. He's going to make a statement on both sides of the ball this year, and Justin McKay's done a great job over there. Josh Pace, Pat Cray on the line, Brian and Jay Crew. These are guys that are stepping up for St. Peter's.
Jay Crew, listen, I was going to go with St. Peter's too, but you took up all of my time. I really like Danny Mom. McKay has got the kids new practice jerseys, new attitude, music in camp. Like the way they're going to compete if they make it to those playoffs against the rest of the division. All right, Division 7. Hey, buddy, I love West Boylston because I love Mike Ross. I like what he does. He's got a new coaching staff over there. He's got Dutch Holland over there now. And let me tell you something about West Boylston. The kids told me when we went to camp this summer, we are bought into Coach's system. 3 years with Rossi. Yeah, Cole McCouvery is gone, but Flynn Mitchell's back, Dave Rizzuto's back, and Brian Mercier, the quarterback. Rossi had him as a defensive lineman because, he might have missed a little something. And Rossi wasn't letting him get away with it. Nick Gamina's a big kid. Love his energy, too. I love West Boylston.
All right, I'm going with Lester and Tim Griffiths. And I'll tell you what, this is a great goon staff, too, but they're a great football staff. I mean, they have great knowledge. Griff is one of the best. But you talk about attitude and toughness, and that's what Lester has brought to the table in this camp. They are a physical team, they're a strong team, and the strength of this team is the line. Now, you talk about Shane Panini, we saw him playing for Becker. His younger brother, Kyle Panini, is a running back for Lester. He can fly, he's a strong kid. Tyler Grable's a good running back. Bryce Goslin, Troy Johnson, big players for this Lester team. I think the Wolverines are back. And now we go to Division 8. And Worcester Tech, he had one of the most classiest coaches in Jeff Lane. He steps down, and what do? They get another first-class coach in Paul Dowd. Comes over, he was 15 years an assistant with Sean Mulcahy at Doherty, knows how to win, takes over this Worcester Tech program, and what he said is we have a core group of players with varsity experience that are invested in football. Steven Rivera, Tommy LeCaire, Brendan Hamilton, sacrificing for the good of the team.
Yeah, I like Steven Rivera, smart football player, and Worcester Tech, yeah, they've been right there, right at 500, a little bit above the last couple of years. Their time to shine, but look out for Bartlett and Southbridge, young teams in this division against a lot of different teams that they haven't seen before.
Yeah, and you know what? I also like what Oxford's done. They got the numbers up. That's a program that's been down recently. Coach Clarkson doing a great job there. He's an Oxford alum, played at Northeastern. He's going to bring that program back. All right, we're back with more right after this.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by Bay State Savings Bank, the law offices of Joseph J. Carigula, Worcester State University, and Unibank.
All right, here's a look at how we're going to open things up next Thursday night from the General's Den. Wachusett and Doherty. This Doherty team, Connor Bisnett, lineman, captain, tough kid, great football player. And you look at Charlie Payson and Josh Brunel, linebackers, they're skill guys. Opong, Vassar, Achimpong, Adarkwa. This is a Doherty team with speed and with athleticism and strength.
Yeah, you've got some laser guys going up against a sledgehammer in Wachusett. That'll be interesting. Then we've got the kickoff show. We're back for real. And then Tantascwa and Westboro in our opening weekend on Saturday, September the 9th.
That's going to be great, too, that Tantascwa. Some new guys on that staff, and you talk about all these great staffs in Central Massachusetts. Tantascwa now has 4 guys with head coaching experience, and not 2 years of head coaching experience. Guys like Al Demby that have coached for 50 years. I mean, these are great coaches. Tony Salvaggio.
Apologies to Jimmy
Thursday.
Archibald. We'll mention you next week.